Happy Friday and welcome to a Trinity Family 5-Minute Friday. I'm Andrew, this is Bree Weems, and we are a Trinity family.
We're in our last video of the Building Foundation series where we're looking at truths about men and women and what's changed. So this week we're going to jump into generations and how we can reimagine generations and our lifespan because of how long we are living these days.
Yeah, and really what we're going for is hearkening back to our ancestors when they really had this intertwined generational life. Or even some Eastern cultures still today. But how do we do that in our Western culture? And what we want to propose is just think about it in terms of 4 generations. That most of us alive will get 4 generations of lifetime. We're going to get the first generation, second, third, and fourth. And so we're just going to define those for you. The first generation is kids. It's our childhood. And a childhood that's not encroached upon by adulthood. A childhood that is free to discover who I am. Who are these people that I've been born into? What does it mean to be a part of us? And free to play and playfully discover all of those things. Underneath the tutelage of a second generation.
And the second generation currently is where lots of pressure is felt and lots of things get dumped. They have families to raise, they have careers to establish, they have ladders to climb, they have impact of the world to do. And in this 4-generation vision, this second generation gets the privilege and the honor to really focus on building the family and building themselves for that future impact so that they don't feel like they're too stretched to really give themselves to one or the other but have to mediocre do everything, and where they can really dream about what they want to do with that impact and build themselves up so that they are more equipped, better learned, and ready to have the weight of more responsibility and more leadership rather than scrambling to fit things together.
Yeah, which brings us to the third generation. This time of normally becoming grandparents, starting to think about retirement. A lot of times when we talk to people on that age, they're just feeling tired. They're really counting the days and the years to retirement.
Because they have been
doing everything.
Working hard.
Doing a lot of work, which is so good, but can we reimagine that time to a place where, I used to build potato guns, and that potato just builds up pressure, and that behind it until it can't contain it anymore. And that's really the vision we have for this, is you're getting ready, kids are leaving home, and you're sad to see them go, but you're excited because you've been ready. You've been prepping, and even holding yourself back from impact so that you could focus on your kids, not holding yourself back in development, but really building yourself, building that potential energy so that time comes, boom, you are ready for huge impact, and you've got the character and the health to handle that.
And the family doesn't suffer because of the large impact, but they themselves have somewhere to look up to and say, eventually, someday, I get to do that same thing.
Which brings us to the 4th generation.
The 4th generation who have lived life and lived it full, who have had successes, who have had failures, and they have stories to tell. They have encouragement to give from their life lived, and now they can support and undergird and cover at the same time these developing people for that impact or in the impact stage. And that then they can take risks. They can really spread out and have confidence because they have this older generation who believes in them and who is there to help and encourage them and be there for them.
Yeah. So we really just want to challenge you, give you a tool to dream. Develop your vision for what you want generations to look like in your life. Because the pressures are real. And the pressures to get first generation overwhelmed too soon, to have second generation bogged down with everything, to have third generation tired out and ready to go golfing, all of those pressures are real. And if we don't have vision for what we want during that time of life, we'll follow the course. And so really take the time, create a list, first generation, second, third, fourth. What would we dream for ourselves, for our great-grandchildren, and what are the steps we need to take in all of those areas to make that happen for us and for our family lines. Yeah. So go build a great family, multi-generational. Have a great Friday.